Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Ravens fans, hold on because what I'm about to tell you is pretty exciting and could have huge implications for our team's future. There's a strong rumor circulating, and it's coming straight from one of the most trusted NFL insiders, Adam Schefter. According to him, the Carolina Panthers, who are sitting at 7-6 and still in the playoff hunt, are considering trading their Pro Bowl cornerback J.C. Horn to Baltimore. Now, this isn't just some random rumor. It's being taken seriously, and it could be a game changer for us. The Panthers have some cap space freed up, around $16 million, and they're looking to retool their roster, especially on defense, as their secondary has been leaking points, giving up an average of 22. 8 points per game. They've struggled with consistency and need some reinforcements in the back end, especially at cornerback, where Horn, a young and talented player, could be a perfect fit. Now, you might be asking, why would the Panthers trade Horn? Well, if you look at their current situation, their pass defense has been a real issue. Deep completions have increased by 10%, jumping from 52% to 62%. Their pass rush, which is trying to take some pressure off the secondary, has only managed 18 sacks total. So they're trying to balance their roster, and maybe they think they need to move a player like Horn to get a couple of draft picks and focus on building up their front seven. The rumors suggest that the Panthers are willing to send Horn to the Ravens in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fifth-round pick. That's a pretty solid price for a player like Horn, especially considering his age, just 26, and his elite coverage skills. And let's talk about Horn's performance because it's truly impressive. The guy is a lockdown corner, a true shutdown type that Ravens fans love. He has 12 career interceptions and a PFF coverage grade of 90. Which puts him among the top-tier corners in the league. In 2025, he's been a beast, playing 12 games with 15 solo tackles, 10 assists, and 5 picks, plus 46 yards returned. His catch rate allowed is just 76. 5%, and he's been a disruptive force on the field with a +2. 1 EPA per stop, his 1. 8 yards per completion is elite, and if he keeps this pace, he could finish the season with around 7 interceptions. PFF has him rated with a WAR of 2.8, comparable to Sauce Gardner at his peak, and he has a 94% success rate against WR1s, surpassing even Marlon Humphrey's 90%. Horn's ability to lock down top receivers is exactly what the Ravens need to solidify their secondary. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. The Panthers, despite their 7 wins, are taking a risk with their secondary. Their deep passing game has become more vulnerable, and their lack of depth in the trenches is hurting them. They're trying to prioritize a balanced roster, but the secondary is in trouble, and missing the playoffs in 2024 might be the result if they don't address these issues. The decision to move Horn could be a strategic move, either to rebuild or to get some draft capital, because they're clearly prioritizing cap space and future flexibility. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this potential trade could be a major boost. With a 9-3 record and odds that sit around plus 1,500 to win the Super Bowl, Baltimore is looking to strengthen every aspect of their team for a deep playoff run. Adding Horn alongside Marlon Humphrey would create a lockdown duo that could turn our secondary into one of the best in the league. Horn's presence would help us reduce big plays downfield by about 25%, going from an average of 24. 6 yards per reception down to 18.4 yards, making it much tougher for opponents to stretch the field. Our takeaways would also see a significant jump, up 18%, going from 22 to 40 total interceptions and forced turnovers, adding even more fuel to our championship fire. In terms of defensive stats, the difference would be noticeable. Our points allowed could drop further, potentially down to around 14 points per game, and our coverage would improve to top-tier levels, making us even more formidable as we head into the playoffs. The addition of Horn would also boost our chances against divisional rivals, especially the Browns, where he's projected to be a game-changer, with a 92% success rate against slot receivers and an expectation of 3 interceptions in the postseason. It's the kind of move that could turn the tide, especially in tight divisional battles where every play counts. Looking at the broader picture, the AFC North is heating up. The Bengals and Browns are both fighting hard, but with Horn on our side, we could be the team that finally secures that elusive third Lombardi trophy. The Ravens have historically been known for their elite defense, and with this move, we're staying true to that legacy. It's about making the right moves at the right time, and trading for a proven shutdown corner like Horn could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. It's also worth noting that the trade deadline on November 4th saw similar moves across the league, with teams like Denver acquiring Certain for a future draft pick, indicating that secondary upgrades are a hot commodity right now. From a strategic standpoint, the Ravens have been building a defense that's capable of shutting down even the most explosive offenses. Adding Horn would amplify our strengths, especially in coverage and creating turnovers. Lamar Jackson's recent surge, up 14% in EPA per pass, moving us from 5th to 2nd in the league, is complemented perfectly by a secondary that can give him more opportunities to turn defense into offense. And with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards providing a solid ground game, our offense is balanced, but it's the defense that can truly carry us deep into January. Now, it's not just about the stats and the numbers, it's about the mindset. The Ravens want to be known as the team that can shut down any offense, that can dominate in the trenches and in the secondary. Horn's addition would send a clear message to the rest of the league that Baltimore is all in on winning another Lombardi. The team's recent history, with playoff appearances and a Super Bowl victory in 2012, shows that when we lock down our defense and get consistent production from our offense, we're tough to beat. This move could be the missing piece to push us over the edge, especially in the highly competitive AFC. So, Ravens fans, keep your eyes peeled because this isn't just idle speculation. It's a move that makes a lot of sense for both sides. The Panthers get some draft capital to rebuild, and the Ravens get a proven lockdown corner who can elevate our defense into the stratosphere. Whether it happens or not, it's clear that our team is always looking to improve, always aiming for that next Super Bowl, and moves like this could be what finally puts us back on top. We've seen how a strong secondary can be a game changer. Think about the 2019 season when Marcus Peters came in and made an immediate impact. Horn could be that kind of player for us, a difference maker who takes our defense from good to legendary. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Horn is the missing piece for us to finally get back to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. We're in the thick of it, and every move counts as we chase that next Lombardi trophy. Let's go Ravens.